Today, from Bank of America Stadium in Charlotte, North Carolina, it's Week 14 of the NFL on EA Sports.
Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. So here are the... And a look at the...
Didn't you?
Yeah,
Last week's game.
Good. Four touchdowns, one pick.
Now, you were a little upset about the pick. I didn't know if you would play him this week or not if you were the head coach.
Hey, they got the win.
They got the win, so you're going to give him pretty good. He'll try to eliminate the interception, but he wants to keep that hot streak going, throwing touchdown passes.
Young to throw again on 2nd and 10. This throw taken in by Isaiah Likely. 9 yards and less than a yard. Pierce will try to pick it up. Give him 5 yards there, and it's enough for the first down conversion opportunity and able to punch it through and pick it up on the ground.
And to me, doing it on the ground sends a different type of a message than throwing the football. And, you know, let's face it, we've done a lot of games together. How often...
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The sack recorded down.
43. 16's coming, check right.
Here is Young. Under pressure, they got him again. Call it a loss. 3rd down.
Yellow.
Now Young. And the pressure gets to him again. Siaki Ika able to... Here's the Panthers punter now. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 23. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Over for the first time. He can do it with his arm or his legs. Their mobile QB. The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. And he's going to get it down 2nd and right at a yard. They'll go again with Dobbins. A nice little juke. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. A give up the middle to Dobbins. And he'll work free from one tackle, but 2nd and 5. A give, Dobbins trying the right side. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The Seahawk first. Here's the first carry of the game for Cam Akers. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32. This offense 12-0 now on the year following their latest victory. And during the week, a lot of folks making comparisons between this squad and the 1985 Bears. You know, they got a Monday night 38-24 to the Dolphins at the Orange Bowl way back on December 2nd of '85. But then they never lose again en route to winning Super Bowl 20.
And we like a setup game because they were playing the Dolphins. And the Dolphins were protecting their franchise's undefeated season of 1972, that team. And you know with that team, the entire NFL season that way, that was Dan Marino's 3rd year, playing under the great Don Shula, and they were motivated to keep that franchise's record intact.
And a missed tackle there as he... 2nd down and 6 now. They'll run with Hubbard. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. He finds Smith and Jigba in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. With a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Seahawks get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. The return man down to a Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And, Charles, you look at these two teams, these are those kind of litmus test games in the second half of the season. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Carolina. A big play there. Panthers are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point right down the middle. And we are... Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2. As they've got it as we resume action. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second.
4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feels.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll drop to throw. Oh, a leap, and he will make the catch. And he has a dropped. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 38. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought. Here's Hubbard. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 20. And again, they'll go right back to their fullback. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. Hard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, some strong running. And down inside the 15 he goes. Opted to run first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Over the middle, finding Smith and Jigba. And that's 2nd and about a foot. He'll drop to throw. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawks. Touchdown. From 3 yards out. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but Pierce has it knocked loose. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
Guys either slapping at the ball or the machines. You got to learn to take care of it.
Yeah, they lost it there. Big fumble. The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Steps away to his left. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Here comes 3rd and about a foot. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. Down Seattle. And the Seahawks go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. An offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game. And no
Damian Pierce. And for him, it's been pretty limited involvement down on the scoreboard. Maybe time to turn to this guy.
And you know me well. Winning games to me means starting with the running game and continuing to press the running game. The bottom line is he hasn't touched it enough to make a difference.
Well, they haven't established that running game yet. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And his guys are going to... Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Toward the back corner of the... And I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay of... They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet, while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds. That's what they're trying to look at.
He knocks it through. It's 28-7. A nice, excellent field position, and only one play to score it.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will be.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So they're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. That throw by Young incomplete.
Don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Flush to his right. All that gets him is just a yard, and now
they'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
Young on third down. Pressure comes. He's taken 50 seconds to go in the first half. Here's the Panthers punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 deep in their own territory.
The Seahawks going to take over now late in this first half.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. And now this is intercepted. My goodness.
Picked off by Paulson and Debo. And the Panthers own 47-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a
45. Wide. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Now a first down throw for Young.
No hesitation, goes right back to Likely. From the 39-yard line, here comes second down at 6.
Hey, it's our house. Where's 52?
Out of the gun, it's Young. And he drops it incomplete. The line to gain is the 33 on third down. Looking to throw, Young.
He had a man open.
Failure right there on third down.
And this one is no good. Touchdown game.
Eyes up a great field position and enough time to maybe get downfield and get a field goal attempt of their own.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away.
Now this is going to carry well into the
40. Bring it. Mike's 49. Mike's 49.
And with time running short here, they'll simply take it.
Yellow, 43.
So we've come upon halftime with the visiting Seahawks. They're out in front.
A show in favor of return from the locker rooms here a bit early. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially. So
coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Now a throw over the middle, and he's got it to start the drive. And they work this well upfield. Start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. This is Fant on the short completion, and he'll get nothing out of that one. So that'll be no better.
When you're in zone coverage, because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He'll buy some time right. Oh, look at the juke. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The for 15 and a first. They'll look to throw. This is Fant on the short completion. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go.
Defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync Stayed in great communication. Not it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Throw to St. Brown, complete on the left side. The catch good. Now back to throw. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. 3 yards out.
And the Seahawks take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 20. They head back on the field for their first possession of the second half.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, is that never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession.
Oh, Young loses it.
Able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try.
22 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Smith and Jigba pulling in a one-handed catch.
And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. 13th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game.
And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by McPherson. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback. And
this Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start
to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out? But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everything.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. Here's 2nd and 7.
Now a handoff up the middle. Shelby.
And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield.
As the third quarter has come to a close.
You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
1st down, Young. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Just a gain of a couple there. And it's 2nd down.
53.
Young now. It's caught at the 10. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Carolina. And even 40 yards.
Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle.
And he is in.
Dameon Pierce.
A 5-yard touchdown run.
And the Panthers get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit.
Extra point splits the uprights. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped it.
They've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's
2nd and 6. They'll run a draw now with Akers. And they'll get to him quickly here as he'll get a yard.
And this offense on 3rd down today, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and 5.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a C-Hunt conversion. From the shotgun, here's a give to Akers.
5 yards on the carry. Good pick.
gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Ball placed at the 45 for 2nd and 5. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get
Going to get the ball. Where you think the ball's going to go? Rarely do you expect the fullback position to get it. And on that play he did. So you got to steel yourself at that point because the contact.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8.
Has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now,
continuing their dominance here despite the big lead in the 4th quarter.
And that they have in every way. And plays like that across all phases of the game, they've just been effortless for them. Smile as this game continues.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins.
And the broken tackle could not free him.
Take it. Ball sits on the 10, 2nd and 5. On the ground, it's Hubbard.
And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8-3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll try and run for this with Akers.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So that drive.
And it was Cam Akers who capped it off with a touchdown. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on the Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, and with how lopsided this game is, when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
And this one is incomplete.
Credit. They're going to go down fighting. That one, incomplete.
49 the mark.
Young to throw it.
Able to find the open man.
32. Here we go. 49, guys.
Now Young. It's caught to Charles. And now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Young looks to throw on 1st down. And down he goes, yard line. Flushed out right. Remaining. Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. One last shot for Young. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. So the victory here for Seattle. And this not always an easy proposition, Charles. You had a West Coast team that traveled east, but they got the job done.
And there's so much that goes into it because your body time and your body clock different from what you're used to west, because if you go east, you're going to lose up to 3 hours, right? So is your body going to be awake when it's time to play? Maybe the week of the game, they move everything up to that time frame so guys get used to doing it that way. I remember when I played at Tennessee, when we had to go from east to west, our trainer, Tim Karen, said, leave your watches on East Coast time. Every piece of information.
To 13-0 now on the year. And they'll have another road date next week with the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile,